It's your boy J Thoughts here once again, and as always, hit those favorite buttons of mine. That's that like, that share, that subscribe. Really helps the channel grow tremendously. Today, we're gonna piss some people off today. We might trigger a few of y'all out here. Let me start by saying this. Again, I alluded to in my last video. Women are being lied to, men are being lied to, we're all being lied to, and we're made to believe that things are what they should be, when in fact we're all confused. We don't know what the fuck we should be doing. Right? But for women today, they're being lied to in terms of they're being told that they need to adopt masculine characteristics, and that's going to actually help them have better success in the dating market or finding the spouse, right? But a lot of them aren't given the game. See, my theory is that women are growing up with like 50% of the knowledge. For example, they're not given the male perspective on what men find desirable, because most of us, let's just keep it real, we don't want to tell them what they don't want to hear, because then we don't get the box, right? So a lot of us men are going to tell you whatever is going to get them the best chance of having success and getting sex from you. But there's a lot of red flags that women are not privy to, that, you know, a lot of us men, we know better. And as soon as we see these things or we hear these things, we write you off as just fun, or we get ghosted and we just leave you alone altogether. So there's a lot of beautiful women walking around here that are ignorant to what they're doing that's turning off men. So today I'm going to give you a few of those things. Some are going to be very small, nuanced. Others are going to be large and obvious, right? So let's start with some obvious stuff, right? Like masculine characteristics of a woman. Here's some red flags. Anytime you hear a woman mention the word partnership, this is a red flag. Now, keep in mind, when I say red flag, I'm talking about red flags to the men that these women typically desire. We're not talking about bums. We're not talking about pookies and ray-rays. We're not talking about niggas who ain't got shit going for them. We're talking about the fellas that women aspire to be with, fellas respect and admire. We're talking about these men. When these women hear women talk about partnership, it's a red flag. It's a red flag. We're not partners. Partners are people you go into business with. So if we're not doing business together, we're not partners. Right? Partners imply some sort of, equality, which is a red flag to a lot of us men, because we know that we're not equal. The more women are spending time trying to adopt masculine characteristics, then the less time they're actually bringing the characteristics that these masculine men are looking for. The more you focus on adopting behaviors that men have, the more you repel men who already have those characteristics. Simple, right? Partnership. Nah, keep that out your vocab. When I hear a woman talk about that, I already know she going to the fun category or the leave her alone category, because it's gonna be nothing but headaches down the line. This is what they not gonna tell you, right? Here's a less obvious one. When you see a single, childless, preferably attractive woman, and she drives a pickup truck, it's a red flag, man. It's masculine. You see a cute bitch roll up in a Toyota Tundra, it's about to be a headache for you. A lot of times it's subtle masculine traits that you don't see up front. You may not see her in her vehicle the first time you meet her, but somewhere down the line, you're going to start looking to yourself like, man, something's off about her. And it's probably the masculine energy. Then she pull up in a Tacoma or some shit. Then you'd be like, oh, okay, I see what it is. She kind of on that. Like these girls driving these big monster trucks and shit, thinking that it's cool. It's cool when we do it, you know? If I pulled up in the new Louis Vuitton red bottom heels and shit, you'd be like, oh, that's cool. No, you'd be like, you look like an idiot. Because it's cool when y'all do it, not when we do it. It's supposed to be that way. Here's another subtle one. So I've been living by myself for about 12 years, right? And, you know, throughout that time, I've had females come through the house. Here's a red flag that I seen early on. Anytime a woman leave the toilet seat up, that's a red flag. That's a red flag. It's a red flag. That's a masculine thing, in my opinion, right? She take a piss and then just walk away and wash her hands and don't put the toilet seat down. I feel like that's some shit a dude would do. You know what I mean? No, thank you. You'll go into the fun box. When they interrupt you constantly while y'all trying to have a conversation, it may not be masculine a lot, because women do just like to talk over each other a lot. Like if you get in a group of women, have a conversation, just listen to how many times these women don't let each other finish. But men, we look at that differently, right? Like if I'm talking to a man and he's not letting me finish a sentence, how many times are we going to do that before we got to get a confrontation? You know what I mean? What about accomplishments? When a woman leads with her accomplishments, like how men lead with their accomplishments, that's masculine. We don't care if you graduated summa cum laude. We don't care what career path you have. We don't care what your job title is. We don't care how much money in the bank you got. We don't give a shit. We don't care about how independent you are. Hi, welcome to being adults. Join the club. A lot of women get written off on their body language. Arms folded, a solemn, stoic look to their face during the conversation. That just comes off as masculine. There's no warmth to the body language. There's no warmth in your dialogue. There's no femininity in your voice. Men, you got to pay attention to these things. Have conversations with a girl. Learn how to pick out the clues. Learn how to read between the lines. As I get my ass beat over and over on this shit. This is Wild Guns for Super NES, by the way. So anytime you hear a woman talk about zodiac signs, red flag, bro. You might have that surface level. Oh, what sign are you? Oh, I'm a Sagittarius. I'm a Cancer. Okay, cool. Keep it moving. But when she start writing dudes off, or when she starts saying, "Oh, you're that," so that's why I can tell you act like this because you're this sign. What rising moon are you? All of that shit is red flags, bro. Red flags. It may not necessarily be masculine, but that's a red flag. So a lot of ladies, you guys are dismissing yourselves on the first conversation and don't even know why. Because men are starting to know better. We're learning these things now. The internet is making it so that everybody has access to information now. So people can't play dumb anymore. Once you see it, it's like it's like when you buy a car, right? You notice you see that car everywhere else. Think about it. Once you're awake, once you're learned to this behavior and patterns, these trigger warnings, you can't unsee it.